Hello and welcome back to Automotive Tales. In the last video we managed to fix the fuel leak on the 944, so now it's time to clean it and do some videos. I had way too much fun doing this, so enjoy my little electro pop music video 944 cleaning montage. Okay, so I'm sitting in a Hyundai i10. In and amongst all the stuff I'm doing, because I got a few days off work, I did promise a friend of mine I would service their car. And this came about because they came to me a few weeks ago saying the brakes are making a funny noise. We took the wheels off, checked everything over and realised the brake pads had got basically nothing left on them. So I replaced the discs and pads, and just before handing the car back I thought, oh, I'll check the oil and the coolant. Coolant was okay, a little bit low, but not so bad. Brake fluid was okay. Dipped the oil and, well, there was nothing. No oil at all. It wasn't even registering on the dipstick. And I checked the car and it is 18,000 miles overdue a service. 18,000 miles overdue a service. So I very promptly filled the oil up so that it didn't explode. It was ironically running very well. And they've done a few miles in it, so that fresh oil has been sort of washed around the engine. It was about 2 litres low on oil. And now I'm going to do an oil change and put a new filter in and put a new air filter and a few other bits and pieces. So yes, hopefully saved this car from what was possibly a catastrophic fate. So yeah, because I haven't got enough to do, I'm now going to service an i10. So I did do a lovely bit to camera, but may have forgotten to take it out of time-lapse mode. So what I was going to explain is that we are really struggling to get the oil filter off this Hyundai, mainly because, well, it's been there almost 3 times as long as it should be. So lots of faff, and we eventually got the filter off. New filter on, a nice Bosch unit, and a new air filter, also a Bosch unit. And I did try and very quickly show you the old filter, which was surprisingly clean given the extensive mileage it's done since its last service. So, theory, we go through the menus, until the service light comes on, minus 18,561, so hold the reset button until it starts flashing, and then 1, 2, 3 until it goes fixed, and that is it. 10,000 miles, so that had done 28,500 and some miles since its last service. Yeek. Right, we have been busy. Clio is now where it needs to be, so we can go up and just finish putting that gasket on the exhaust. My little Fiat is now here under the yellow Volvo, so we've got 850 corner over here, and we've got a Honda CBF 1000, which I'm storing for a friend of mine, Dr. Nuff. So yeah, almost there. Now what we've got to do is get a Bentley in that space over there. I might have to clear the space a bit more because it's going to use every last inch of that, I suspect. Sort of suits him, don't you think? Right, and just like that, car's in. Actually surprisingly easy. So the Bentley has an immense lock on the front steering because it's rear-wheel drive, and it is designed exactly for this as well. So as soon as it's in, one switch and the battery's isolated, and it's now just going to dry off a little bit more because it's not completely dry, and then the cover will go on, and that's it. She's tucked in the garage. It's got nothing to do with the expert wheelmanship of Mr. Greg over here.
By skill.
So what happens when you your winged bee on the bonnet is driven by a wing commander, right?
Okay, next job is to sort the Clio out.
What's that for?
You're doing brilliant, wonderful.
And we can go all the way up because the big old piece of wood out there has gone out. Did you have fun taking that out?
Yeah.
Dr. Nuff had the gasket changed out so quickly, I didn't even catch it on camera.
What do you think about doing all these videos, Nuff?
Videos.
So Greg cannot help himself. He wants to see what it looks like underneath. I'm dying to clean this car as well, but I'm looking forward to having a whole day to spend on the process. It does make quite a difference. They'll be even better when they're polished as well. Look how lovely and clean it is underneath.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a transition, isn't it? It will get cleaned properly, I promise. Busy day here at HQ 2.0. So next thing going in is a Kia Stinger, so we can do the front discs and pads on it. That's tight, that's off. And straight at that. A bit more, bit more, bit more. Yeah, ignore her, a bit more. Yeah, that'll do it. Drop it in neutral. Look at the size of those pads for the Kia. They are absolute monsters, but then so are the calipers, because them is some big old brakes. What's quite cool about this though, are directional pads. Bit of trouble getting the little screws that hold the disc in, otherwise it's about done. There's an awful lot going on inside here. These fancy fandangled modern cars. So here's a size comparison. Those are from the Hyundai i10 we did a couple of weeks ago. Also a Kia Picanto. These are from a Kia Stinger. Bloody massive! Who says size isn't everything? Slightly squeaky lift, but just like that, I've done the brakes. He's not listening. Haven't I? All on my own.
Yeah, man.
As you can see by the state of everyone else's hands, I've not really done much of the work at all. The one thing we are discovering at the workshop is there is not an awful lot of space when you've got a car up in the air, so it's a one-person access really at best. I've basically just been tool bitch, but it's done. Yeah, it is about all I'm good for. Thanks, Dr. Nuff. Oh, watch out, bloody cat. Right, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and just like that, the Clio is back in. We've got the Fiat next door, we've got the Bentley tucked down over there, and obviously still got the BMW and the Volvo up top. So that's the workshop all tucked away. At some point in the next couple of days, once the Bentley's properly dried out, I've got a cover to go on that. I have got a cover to go on the red BMW, but it's covered in dust and apparently cat paw prints. So at some point while we've had the doors open in the last couple of weeks, a cat has been going up and sitting on top of the car, which is slightly annoying. But yeah, that's it. That's all for this episode. My next job is to go and do some more work on the woodshed I talked about before, and try and get that a bit sorted, and then just tidying around and getting rid of the detritus that's everywhere. So I've actually got a functioning workshop. But that's not very exciting, so there probably won't be a video on that. Right, that's all for me. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.